I cold approach 56 women in 4 weeks, and this is what I learned about women and real estate investing, especially if you're a new investor, and why giving offers in a certain way that I'm going to explain is so important. Okay, so a little about me. Since sixth grade, I've been working out. I've never cold approached any women in my life before. I worked on myself, my business. Women were always approaching me, and I was able to choose from one of these women. Now I'm 48 years old, and I wanted to start cold approaching women, not because to meet women, because I had such a big fear about that, and I needed to change that because I needed to put a death to that, because that's going to help my game get a lot better in my own life, in business, in entrepreneurship, and so on, because fear is what holds you down. So here's what happened. I cold approached these women, and then after the 4th week, I said to myself that, hey, I'm going to start doing this on a daily basis where I don't have fear anymore. The next day I woke up, I wasn't feeling too good, for whatever reason, okay? And so I said, you know what, today I'm not going to cold approach any women. And I went to a coffee shop, and there was one girl sitting right there, right next to me, just flocking her hair and crossing her legs and just, all kinds of stuff, right? But I wasn't feeling good. So I was like, man, I'm not going to go talk to her, because psychologically I was going through some personal things, and I didn't want to think about it, okay? Guess what? Maybe like 20 minutes later, an even hotter chick just came right looking at me in a blue shirt. She was fit, and she literally sat right next to the right of me, and there was all these other places to sit for. And I wanted to go talk to her, but again, I wasn't feeling good, and my little voice in my mind said, oh, just be a wimp. You don't have to do it today. You don't feel good. I said, okay. And I didn't do it. So the next day, I was like, okay, I'm going to get on my grind. And I went to a different coffee shop, and same thing happened. Obviously, bluntly, a girl was wanting to talk to me, but now I was listening to my little voice to be a little bitch and not go and talk to her. All this stuff, all these insecurities, just like before I started. Now, and here's what I want to translate into real estate, okay? But before I do, I want to explain about working out. For example, I've been working out since 6th grade. Now, there's days that I wake up, like the day that I didn't feel good and I didn't cold approach any girl. When I didn't even have to cold approach them because it'd be so warm. However, I pushed out. But on that day, I went to the gym. I wasn't feeling good, but I still went to the gym, okay? And I thought about that, okay? I didn't feel good. I went to the gym. However, I didn't feel good, but I didn't talk to this chick that was like, hey, like literally not one but two right next to me, and I was like, okay, and that literally made me into a wimp the next day, because now that I was listening to the little voice more, even though I had all this momentum and all this success, and I thought to myself, man, I don't do that with the gym, I don't do that with my business, no matter if it's rainy, not rainy, thunderstorm, the bottom is filled out, I'm at the top of the mountain, no matter what, bro, I show up. I've done that for 15 years with my moving company. I've been an entrepreneur for 3 decades, and I always showed up. Even when my crew didn't show up, or my employees didn't show up. And I thought to myself, okay, to get that emotional toughness, I have to literally do stuff that I don't want to do continuously, no matter how I feel. And I was just analyzing that to myself. And I thought, okay, this is why the next day I went to another coffee shop, and there was girls basically giving me signals. I didn't have the balls to go talk to them, because I start thinking to that little bitch of myself versus the other side, right? And just like if you're a real estate investor, you're just starting out, right? Let's say you start out for like 30 days, and then for whatever reason you don't feel good, you make excuses and you stop, okay? The next day is going to be harder to start again, and then you're literally falling off of everything, because it hasn't been long enough to be a 100% confidence changing thing, or muscle building thing. For example, let me say it this way. For example, most people that just start working out, they quit, is because it hasn't been a lifestyle. It hasn't been done enough, right? That it becomes they love this shit versus, oh, this is a negative stimulus, right? And for the first, 30 days, the first 4 weeks, it was a negative stimulus for me. I hadn't do it enough for a year or 2 years to constantly build that confidence, to build that muscle where it becomes a positive stimulus, just like entrepreneurship, just like buying houses, just like starting my moving company, negotiating, seller financing, buying homes at a deep discounts, starting my real estate brokerage firm. See, those things came because I did it over and over and over and over, just like I've been working out since 6th grade. So even if I take some time off, right, there's muscle memory because you've been doing it for a while. And I thought to myself, okay, this is why I was a bitch. The second day when I was feeling much better, now I was like, didn't want to do it anymore, right? It was just like such a hard thing. And on the third day, which is today, I was feeling down. Like I got up again, I was like thinking about like, hey, dude, you didn't man up the first time these 2 chicks were like hitting on you. You should just went up to them and say, hey, what's up? How you doing? That's it, okay? And not because I wanted to meet them, because my brain told me I couldn't do that, and I listened to that shit. And that's the key I'm trying to say here. Because every time I allow my brain to tell me, hey, I'm a puss, I can't do this shit, I can't do that, and I listen to it, it just makes me a less of a person, bro, to be my dreams, right? And I don't want to do that, you know what I mean? Like, if my brain says, no, you can't do this, brother, I'm like, fuck you, dude. Let me show you, dude. I'm going to go do it right now. And the more I'm able to do that, because in the gym, if I don't feel good, I still go. I don't listen to my brain say, oh, you don't feel good, take a break, brother, take a break, because I'm not going to grow. I have a program, and I'm going to stick to it no matter what the fuck. If it's raining out there, if I'm sore. Like this morning I woke up and I was trying to go to the gym. I was been hitting the back. My knees hurt, my joints hurt, bro. I was just like, man, I don't want to go either. They're like, no, fuck that, man. I love the gym, So the brain will start talking. Now, see, the brain is multidimensional. When it comes to entrepreneurship, real estate investing, moving company, real estate brokerage, working out, I have already trained my brain to not to listen to my brain. I still do it no matter what my brain says. Now, when it comes to a new task, like let's say something I'm scared about, like women, talking to women, and see, I'll listen to okay, don't do it, dude. You're scared, bro. Don't do it, man. It's going to go wrong. What if you get rejected? So all these fears, right? So one of the reasons, like most of you guys don't start the real estate investing business, you don't start your business, you don't write your book, your YouTube, whatever the story is a fear. Just like I have fear with talking to women. I'm like, man, I don't know what to say, what to do. And I've been practicing on it, not because I want to get with women. It's just because I want to change my mindset. Because if my mind allows me to think weekly on one subject, then it will convince me on another subject and another subject. And I don't want that. So the point of the stories, guy, is that, man, if you want to be your dreams, bro, you got to deal with fear. I mean, that's just point blank. You can't do anything, you know what I mean? And fear. For example, if you stop giving offers, if you stop cold calling, you stop marketing, and you have too much fear to get a deal, and after 1 month or 2 months, you haven't got result, and you just slow down for 1 day or 2 days, more than likely you're not going to come back to the game anymore, man. And that's just the psychological aspect of humans. We want less resistance, just like electricity wants the least resistance. We're scared, and we can't be our dreams if we're scared. Simple, like the lion. If you want to fucking be the king, you want to attack this shit, there's fear, bro. That lion is taking on that big ass animal. But hey, guess what, dude? They do it anyways. Anyways, guys, don't take no for an answer. And go to my website at myrealestatedojo.com and download all my free training. Peace.